Days before a critical meeting between the U.S. and Iran, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu revealed what he told President Trump about stopping the regime's nuclear program. Well, Chris Mitchell has that story.
Netanyahu said he and the president discussed at length Iran's nuclear program and emphasized Israel's position that it be destroyed.
We agree that Iran will not have nuclear weapons. This can be done in an agreement, but only if this agreement is on the Libyan model, where you go in, blow up the facilities, dismantle all the equipment under American supervision and American execution.
The Libyan model refers to when Muammar Gaddafi agreed to dismantle his nuclear program in 2003. If Iran doesn't take that option, Netanyahu said that leaves military force.
The second option is that this won't happen, that they will just drag out the talks, and then the option is military. Everyone understands that. We discussed that at length.
Some believe Netanyahu and his team were taken by surprise when President Trump announced the U.S. planned direct talks with Iran, Israel's biggest enemy. The concern for many in Israel is that Iran may use the upcoming direct talks this Saturday to drag out negotiations and buy more time as it gets closer to the nuclear threshold. On Tuesday, the White House press secretary repeated the administration's warning that Iran must come to an agreement.
If they don't choose to move forward with diplomacy and a deal, which is the direction we do see them headed in, there will be grave consequences to pay.
Iran's foreign minister is warning that military action could drag the U.S. into another costly and drawn-out war in the region, but remains optimistic.
If the other side shows real intent, we believe a deal can definitely be struck. So, as the saying goes, the ball is in the U.S. court. If they show up in Amman with genuine willingness, we'll certainly reach a result.
President Trump's nominee as ambassador to Israel jumped into the fray. Former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee warned that Iran better take Trump seriously because, quote, he's not kidding around. Huckabee suggested economic pressure is better than bombing, explaining that in Trump's first term, he didn't bomb them, he bankrupted them, and that's a more effective strategy. Huckabee's nomination has been advanced to the full Senate, where it's awaiting a final confirmation vote. Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Well, I'm not sure what Gaddafi did is going to work here because, everyone in Iran and the government knows ultimately what happened to him. And ultimately what happened is he was killed by his own people. If they surrender power, they've been so brutal in the government where literally anyone who has protested against them has faced execution. There was the famous Green Revolution. And to my absolute horror, snipers from the Iranian government were sent to fire on the protesters. They were unarmed. A 16-year-old girl was killed by a sniper. That meant he had to see her through his scope. It just is, you've got to be kidding. And then for women to be beaten to death by the religious police because they're not wearing their scarf properly. This is evil. And that needs to be overthrown. How will that happen is, I guess, anybody's guess. But if you think they're going to follow the Libyan model and voluntarily give up that program, allow inspectors to come in, blow up every one of the facilities, please think again. Is it the way through more sanctions? Is it through military intervention? But we need to hold to the standard. We cannot allow them to acquire a nuclear weapon because we know they will use it, and they will use it right away. And Tel Aviv will be in their target.
Are miracles real? Let's investigate.
A lot of skeptics will say, well, miracles are impossible. Why? Because they violate the laws of nature. You can't violate the laws of nature.
I looked at my hand that was clutched. I said, hand move.
We got the 2125.
Hallelujah! He's dead. It's over. I said, shock him one more time.